She's Peggy Feather, born Margaret Carey. She's been around 50 years, many more to come. She's a special mother, sister, wife, and friend. And we want her to know that she's loved.
She was born in 59, half a century ago. Life was very different then. No computers or cell phones. Color TV rarely seen. Microwaves not around. So she's seen a lot of changes in her life.
She came home to Faraday, the youngest of four. A little spoiled in the view of some little controversy here. I also hear she liked to bounce a lot, bang her head on the sofa. Good for her, she doesn't have that bald spot now.
And Mother Isabel had her hands full. With 4 kids on her own, what a job she did. Peg had fun in the neighborhood with Judy and Kathy. They played out till the streetlights came on.
And then in 9th grade, she met Jeff Feather. Little did she know back then how important he'd become. High school years went quickly, work at Canton Drugs. Friends Jane, Kathy, and Linda filled in the rest.
There was pharmacy school. She met Terry and Karen. Lots of work but fun too. Think about those study sessions and the trip to New York City. Dressing up like a great bunch, and she couldn't get that purple off her face.
We're so ugly. Like parties at Terry's and nights out around the town. I look like a monster. We managed to work and play, and we did graduate. Peg's graduation party, I will never forget. Sam's long tongue down those champagne glasses. I just said champagne.
After graduation, Peg and Mike moved me to Boston. The pokey U-Haul moves up in at 2 a.m. We went to the Bahamas. What a fun cruise it was. But wow, were we sick when we got home.
I was in Boston. Then came marriage to Jeff, the love of her life. It had to be the 7th, November 87. Honeymoon in the Cayman Isles. What a wonderful time. And then they started their lives together.
Peg and Donna are so close. Yeah, the last one. They're like peas in a pod. People sometimes think she's Donna. She gets kissed by mistake. Now they're really into curling. A new passion and new friends. And more fun than sweeping in your house.
Brother Bill takes her to tennis in Toronto every year. Super Bowl with him's a given, and she loves his barbecue. She loves being in the garden. It's an ever-changing world, but a show place, she makes it every year.
Peggy's a very fun aunt Abu to her first niece. Now she's cool Aunt Peg, has some movie nights for the girls. She also loves her pets. Strays nowhere to find a home. And she even gives Riley Dog a voice. That verse gives me trouble every time.
She wouldn't be Peg without a craft. Knitting, cross-stitch, crocheting, and felting too. Keeps her hands out of trouble. And she's even a dressmaker. Gorgeous prom dresses for both of the girls.
Kelly was the first of three, so tiny when born. Couldn't hold up her head for months, now look at how strong. All grown up and in college, maybe now she knows what a petroleum pipeline is.
Janice came next, lad from nursery days. The middle child, now in college too. I'm told she once heard an ad for duct cleaning, but she didn't even know anyone who owned a duck.
Then there's Jeffrey Isaac, he is the boy. Only one now left at home, taller every time I see him. He's starting now to drive, a scary thought. Soon he'll be on the road on his own. What were you saying?
You're swaying. Last thought about parties. Can't forget New Year's Eve. The yearly bash at Jeff and Peg's a tradition by now. The games we played, gestures always fun. Goldschlager and lingerie we'll never forget.
Let us please just do one sentimental verse. We know it's been 50 years, but 30 as friends. Friends forever through the good and bad. We've got lots of years yet. And I'm lucky that Peg's part of my life.
She's Peggy Feather, poor Margaret Carey.
She's been around 50 years, many more to come. She's a special mother, sister, wife, and friend. And we want her to know that she is loved.